Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Here, me and my friend will present material about teamwork. Before we start, we will introduce ourselves first. My name is Alia.
My name is Muhammad Dafa.
My name is Aryandika.
My name is Iwan Septian.
And my name is Abisa Seniputri.
Okay, submaterial that will be presented by our group including first introduction to teamwork, benefit of teamwork in the workplace, essential teamwork skills, how to build good teamwork, and factors that hinder teamwork success and how to overcome them. And material about introduction to teamwork will be presented by Dafa.
Okay, thank you, Alia. This time I will tell you guys about introduction to teamwork. The first one is the definition. Teamwork is a group of individuals who work together interdependently to achieve an identified purpose and common goals. In this context, each team member brings unique skills, ideas, and perspectives that are combined to complete tasks better than if done individually. Teamwork involves open communication, collaboration, coordination, and commitment to collective results, not just individual achievements. So there is five characteristics of effective teams should be. There are purpose, rules, roles, relationship, processes, and assessment. The first one is purpose. Purpose itself consists of four types. There is a vision. Vision is an image of the future desired state of the team. The second one is mission, that a statement of the team's purpose and ultimate aims. The third one is goals. Goals is a tangible results or growth targets to guide work activities and decision making. And the last one is guiding principles. Is the belief that guide team behavior. Standards that are adapted as a basis for action or conduct. The second one is roles. Roles is divided into three forms. The first one is task. Task is the activities or pieces of work that need to be accomplished. Second one is resources. Resources is human and material resources needed to get the work done. The third one is responsibilities. Is the assignment of tasks to specific team members. The third one framework is relationship. Relationship is divided into four forms. The first one is trust building. Trust building is finding ways to develop and maintain trust on the team. Second one is recognition. Recognition is taking time to recognize individual and group achievements and contributions. The third one is norms and expectations. Norms and expectation is the group agreements on how people will treat one another and the rules for appropriate behavior. And the last one is individual differences. Is understanding individual difference and appreciating diversity as a strength. The fourth one is processes. So the processes is divided into three steps. Step one is problem solving. Problem solving itself is a process for working through problems and generating solutions. The second one is communication. Communication is a strategies and structures for communicating within the team and with other teams. The third one is decision making. Decision making is an agreement about how decisions will be made, who will be involved in decision making, and how decisions will be communicated. The next one is conflict management. Conflict management is a guidelines and strategies for managing and resolving differences and conflicts. The fifth one is meetings. Meetings is rules and structures for running effective meetings. And the last one is planning. Planning is a structured processes for planning and implementing action plans. The last framework is assessment. Assessment is divided into four forms. The first one is outcomes. Outcomes is articulating the specific results the team is focused on achieving. The second one is data collection. Is the collection of information and data related to the team's desired outcomes or set of goals. The third one is data analysis, is organizing and analyzing information and data that is collected in relation to outcomes or actions implemented by the team. And the last one is reporting. Reporting is the results of the assessments and using those results for decision making. There are five characteristics to make teamwork make effective and efficient. So the next one is five stages of how to develop a team. There is a five stages. The first one is forming. Forming is a initial stage where team members get to know each other and build mutual understanding. The second stage is storming. Storming is a challenging stage marked by conflict, differences of opinion, and lack of trust. Members begin testing each other and seeking their place in the team, which can lead to attention. The third stage is norming. Norming is an adjustment stage where trust begins to grow, roles become cleaner, and relationships strengthen. The team starts to collaborate effectively and members begin to support one another. The fourth stage is performing. Performing is the peak productivity stage where the team works collaboratively. Is strongly committed to shared goals and completes tasks efficiently with flexibility. And the last stage, stage 5, is adjourning. Adjourning is the final stage where the team completes its task and disbands. There is a sense of loss, performance is evaluated, and lessons learned from the process are summarized. There's a topic of introduction of teamwork that I can give to you, so I'll give it back to Alia. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dava. Next, the material about benefit of teamwork in the workplace will be presented by Ihwan.
All right. Thanks to Alia to give me the time to explain you guys about advantage of teamwork in workplace. Teamwork in the workplace offer various strategic advantage, including there is seven advantage. The first, increase productivity. According to Katzenbach and Smith in 1993, teams can accomplish more collectively than individuals working separately. By combining complementary skills and distributing tasks according to strength, team can manage time better and complete project faster. Working together also reduces duplication of effort, ensuring maximum efficiency. Furthermore, teamwork allows for division of labor, where complex tasks are broken down into manageable parts handled by those best suited for them. This organized collaboration ensures that deadlines are met more effectively without sacrificing quality. For the example of increased productivity, in a software development project, when a programmer, a designer, and a tester work together, they can deliver a product more efficiently than if one person attempted to perform all roles individually. Next, and enhance creativity and innovation. Team collaboration fosters creativity and innovation when individuals with diverse background and experience come together. They contribute unique perspective and ideas. Tuckman Group development model suggests that once trust is built within a team, members become more willing to share ideas freely. This open environment support brainstorming sessions and help generate innovative solutions that might not emerge from individual work. In addition, collaboration stimulates cognitive diversity where new combination of ideas lead to breakthrough innovation. Team often experience with different approach, which increases the chance of finding novel and effectively solution. For the example, in marketing team, member from different cultural background may propose creative advertisement ideas that appeal to a wider audience, resulting in a more successful global campaign. Next, better problem solving. As stated by Robin in organizational behavior, multiple viewpoints in a team setting lead to richer analysis and more effective decision making. In a team, members can challenge each other, assumption, and evaluate problems from different angles, often of arriving at more creative and comprehensive solutions than individual working alone. Moreover, teamwork facilitates critical thinking, as each member brings their analytical skill to evaluate the possible outcomes. Group discussion tend to uncover hidden risks and opportunities that an individual might overlook. For example, when a customer complaint arises, a team consisting of customer service, product development, and quality assurance representative can collaborate to identify the root cause and develop an effective resolution faster than one department working alone. And next, higher engagement and motivation. Based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, humans have a strong desire for belonging and recognition. Team environment satisfy their social needs, helping individuals feel more connected, valued, and motivated. When employees feel that their contribution matter to the team success, their commitment to the organization goals increases. Additionally, working in a team offer emotional support and encouragement, which can boost individual morale, reduce stress level, and increase job satisfaction. A strong team culture nurtures loyalty and dedication among employees. For example, in a retail company, sales staff working in a teams often compete healthily with other teams to achieve sales target, fostering a sense of unity and boosting individual and group motivation. Next, improve learning and development. According to Vygotsky's social development theory, learning is a social process that happens more effectively through interaction. Within a team, individuals can learn more from each other experience, gain new insights, and receive real-time feedback, leading to continuous improvement of skill and knowledge. Teams also create informal learning environments where members can observe best practice and quickly adopt successful strategies. Knowledge sharing within teams help fill skill gaps, and promotes overall competence across the organization. Example, in consulting firm, junior consultant working alongside senior experts can quickly develop advanced analytical and client communication skills simply by collaborating on projects and receiving ongoing mentorship. The next is greater flexibility and adaptability. Belbin team roles theory explained that different individuals naturally fulfill different roles within a team, such as coordinators, innovators, or implementers. This diversity enables to adjust quickly to changing situation by reallocating responsibilities as needed, ensuring that projects stay on the track even when challenges arise. Furthermore, teams with diverse roles can respond to unexpected obstacles more creatively and efficiently. Flexibility within teams strengthens organization resilience and enable companies to stay competitive in volatile markets. For example, during an event organization project, if the logistic coordinator suddenly becomes unavailable, a team member skilled in organizing can temporarily take over the role to keep preparation on schedule. Next, stronger accountability. Hackman model of team effectiveness highlights that effective teams develop a strong sense of shared responsibility. In high performing teams, members hold themselves and each other accountable for achieving team objective, leading to higher quality outcomes and sustained performance. Accountability within teams promote transparency, encourage proactive behavior, and reduce the tendency to shift blame. When everyone understands that their contribution impacts the team success, members are more motivated to perform at their best. For example, in a financial audit team, each auditor is responsible for a different client section. However, they collectively review each other's work to ensure the overall audit report meets the required standards. They're maintaining accountability across the team. Maybe the explanation about advantage work team in teamwork and workplace. That's all. I go back with Alga. Thank you.
Okay, Bu, about how to build good teamwork will be presented by Ariandika.
Okay, thank you, Alia. Now, let's move on to discuss how to build good teamwork. Here are practical steps to build a strong team. The first is to set common goals. To build strong teamwork, it's essential for all team members to clearly understand the final goals to be achieved together. These goals should be specific, measurable, realistic, and mutually agreed upon. When a team has clear objectives, every activity will be more focused and organized. For example, the team might set a shared goal like increasing sales by 20% within 6 months. Build open communication. Open communication is the foundation of good teamwork. Encourage every member to speak honestly, listen actively, and express opinions freely. It's important to create a safe space where everyone feels comfortable sharing ideas, feedback, and even criticism without fear. Regular team meetings, group chats, and brainstorming sessions can help foster this open communication culture. For instance, a weekly open forum can be held to discuss ideas or current issues within the team. Define roles and responsibilities. Every member must have a clear understanding of their role and responsibilities within the team. This clarity helps avoid confusion, overlapping duties, and potential conflict. Assignments should be made based on each member's strength and expertise. For example, in an event organizer team, one person may be responsible for sponsorship, another for logistics, and another for publicity. Foster trust and mutual respect. Trust is built through consistent behavior, transparency, and keeping commitments. Respecting the difference in ideas, cultures, and backgrounds is key to forming a cohesive team. Every member should feel that their contribution is valued regardless of their seniority or position. For example, a team that takes the ideas of junior members just as seriously as those of senior members is fostering mutual respect and inclusivity. Promote collaboration, not competition. Emphasize that what matters most is the team's collective success, not individual achievement. Avoid creating an overly competitive environment, as it may lead to unhealthy rivalries. Instead, promote collaboration across functions or departments. For instance, a marketing and product team might work together to successfully launch a new product, combining their strengths. Manage conflict constructively. Conflict is a natural part of teamwork, but what matters is how the team handles it. Encourage the team to focus on solutions rather than blame. Apply mediation techniques by listening to all perspectives, finding common ground, and making fair decisions. For example, if there is disagreement over a strategy, the leader can organize an open discussion to mediate and reach consensus. Provide positive and constructive feedback. Feedback helps teams grow. Offer genuine appreciation for team members' effort and when criticism is needed, deliver it in a constructive way that focuses on improvement rather than personal fault. Timely feedback is most effective. For, for instance, a leader might say, "Your presentation was great. Maybe next time you could support it with more data for extra impact." And the last one is to celebrate success. Celebrating achievements reinforce a team's motivation and sense of belonging. Recognition doesn't have to be grand. It can be as simple as a thank you message, public praise, a team lunch, or a small bonus. These gestures strengthen emotional bonds among team members and boost loyalty. For example, after completing a major project, a team leader might treat the team to lunch to acknowledge their hard work. And I will back to Alia.
next material about essential teamwork skills will be presented by Adisa.
Next is essential teamwork skills. Uh, is effective communication. Effective communication is the foundation of work. It includes active listening, like truly focusing on what teammates are saying without talking or making assumptions, and clear expression, sharing ideas, question, and instruction in a structured and readable way. And good communication is prevent misunderstanding, speed up decision making, and build trust within the team. Two is collaboration. Collaboration is more than just working side by side. It's about creating synergy, combining the unique skills and strengths of members. It's like sharing ideas without fear of judgment, respecting different perspectives, and prioritizing the team goals over personal interests. Strong collaboration leads to greater creativity and more efficient problem solving. And three is genius. Task teamwork quickly breaks down. Building trust means consistently keeping promise, acting with honestly even when it's difficult, delegating and relying on others without fear. When trust is strong, teamwork more smoothly because every member feels secure and respected. And is flexibility and adaptability. And teamwork change is in a and flexibility and being open approaches something don't work out, willingness to pause when needed, and just response or flexible teams are modern and can handle pressure problems. Disagreement and conflict are natural part of teamwork. The important skill is how to manage and resolve this constructively. And fully problem solving involves identifying the root cause objectively and listening to factors before deciding and seeking win-win solutions that consider everyone needs. Good problem solving keeps the team focused and achieving their goals instead is contribution. Contributors each member responsibility and it is involves reporting progress and acknowledging mistakes and putting them and personal responsibility. To reliability and among team members. And seven is collaborative. The leadership is not for designing leaders. Everyone is team when the situation call for it. Like and to initiative from all members and sharing opportunities and decision making fairly. This approach strengthens team resilient, creativity, and share over ownership of. And the last is support and that holds a team together. It means grading, offering help during difficult times, and trying to understand situations from a teammate's point of view. Uh, the supportive and empathetic environment makes team members feel valued and motivated to perform at their best. The conclusion is work skills are not just about mindset and character, trust, adaptability, problem solving, adaptability, leadership, and empathy. We don't just become better teammates. We create stronger and more successful teams. And that's all from this part. And I give back to Alia.
Okay, thank you, Arelika. The next material about factors that hinder teamwork success and how to overcome them will be presented by me. Several factors can hinder teamwork effectiveness. First is lack of communication, misunderstanding, incomplete information, or delay communication. Solution of the lack of communication: one, schedule regular team meetings to ensure updates are shared openly. 2. Use clear, simple, and direct language. 3. Encourage a culture where asking questions and clarifying information is welcome. 4. Utilize communication tools like Slack, Microsoft Teams effectively. Next, unclear roles and responsibility. Uncertainty about who is responsible for what. Solution of this: one, define each member roles and expectation from the beginning of the project. Two, use written documentation or visual organizational charts for clarity. Three, review and adjust role assignment if task or project change. Next. Lack of trust. Team members don't trust each other abilities or commitment. Solution of lack of trust is: one, foster transparency by openly sharing information or decision. Two, give teammates the benefit of the doubt and avoid micromanaging. Three, encourage collaboration on small projects to build mutual respect. Next. Dominance or passivity among members. Some members dominate while others are overly passive. Solution of this: one, set ground rules for team interactions. Two, facilitate balanced discussion where everyone is encouraged to speak. Three, provide leadership coaching for dominant individuals, mentor passive individuals to be more confident. Next. No clear goals. The team works without clear direction, easily losing focus. Solution of no clear goals is: one, establish SMART goals. Two, regularly revisit the team's objective to stay aligned. Three, break big goals into manageable tasks with clear deadlines. Next. Lack of effective leadership. Teams without guidance and motivation. Solution: one, appoint or elect a competent team leader who can guide, motivate, and coordinate the group. Two, provide leadership training and development programs. Three, promote shared leadership where needed. Leadership responsibilities can rotate if necessary. Next. Pure conflict management. Unresolved disputes lead to divisions. Solution of this: one, train team members in conflict resolution technique. Two, address tension early before they escalate. Three, encourage a focus on the issue, not the person. Approach during this disagreement. Next. And last, lack of commitment. Team members are not fully invested in supporting shared goals. Solution of this: one, make sure every team member understands and believes in the team's mission and goals. Two, celebrate small wins to maintain motivation. Three, offer recognition rewards for active participation and contribution. Okay. The conclusion of the material that we have presented is teamwork is a critical foundation for organizational success. It enhances productivity, encourages innovation, improves problem-solving capabilities, and strengthens employee engagement. A strong team environment also supports continuous learning, provides greater flexibility, and ensures stronger accountability among members. Organization that prioritize teamwork create a positive work culture where employees thrive, adapt to change effectively, and deliver outstanding results. By building and nurturing strong teams, companies can increase operational efficiency, drive collaboration, and achieve sustainable growth in an increasingly dynamic global market. So that's all the material we have we have presented. Thank you, and I'm so sorry because if we have mistake in this presentation. Thank